Good morning, students. I hope that you are all staying good. I am your biology ma'am. Today we are going to see the first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. Before entering into the topic, we are going to discuss about the cells. What is cells? Cells are the structural and functional unit of a living organism. Body of all the living organism is made up of the tiny unit called a cell. So here I have given the image of a cell, that is group of cell. Each tiny unit is a single cell. So each tiny unit is get clumped to form tissues, and tissues will give up into an organs will form organ system, and later it is developed into an entire organism. So that is what we are telling, that cells are the building blocks of organism. These cells are not visible by our naked eye. It is only visible under the microscope. Microscope, what is microscope? Microscope is an instrument which is used to see the smaller object. Some of the organisms is made up of only one cell. That cells are called as unicellular. Uni means single and cellular it is cell. So organisms which is made up of single cell, that is called as unicellular. Next, coming to the parts of the cell. First, cell membrane. So how our houses get protected by the compound wall, likewise cells get protected by the cell membrane. So it prevents the entry of germ into the cell. It acts as a protective layer. It is a thin outer boundary. It is called as cell membrane. Coming to the second part, that is nucleus. Spherical structure in the center. So in each cell you can able to see the spherical structure, that is called nucleus. It is also known as brain of the cell. Next, jelly-like substance, it is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm acts as a connective layer between cell membrane and the nucleus. Jelly-like substance, it is nothing but in the form of semi-solid. Next, moving to the today's topic, that is nutrition in plants. What is nutrition? The mode of taking food by an organism and it get utilized by the body. That is called nutrition. It is the process of taking food and the food is get digested and the energy is get utilized by the body. Nutrients, from the digested food we are getting the nutrients, that is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. So very clear with the term, that is nutrition and nutrients. Nutrition is the process of utilizing the energy, and nutrients, it is the components of the food, that is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. So today's topic, it is nutrition in plants. So their utilization of the energy is referred there. Whether plants require food as human beings and animals? Yes, of course. Plants also require food for their growth. Who will prepare food for them? Particular part or all part will involve in preparing food. How they get their food? What are the raw materials needed for their food? By answering these questions, in plants we have two mode of nutrition. First it is autotrophs and second it is heterotrophs. I am splitting this into two. Auto, it is self. Trophs, nourishment. Nourishment is nothing but taking food. The plants which falls under this category have the ability to prepare their own food, that is self nourishment. They have the capacity to prepare their own food, that is called autotrophs. In heterotrophs, here also I am splitting the word into two, that is hetero and trophs. Hetero means others and troph it is nourishment. So plants which comes under this category have to depend on other organisms for their food. Okay, so what is the plants which comes under autotrophs? All the green plants. Yes, you have studied in your lower class how the green plants will prepare their food by the process called photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis is to combine. So in the presence of light, all the raw materials is get combined and the food is get prepared. This process is called photosynthesis. Okay, I am just recalling the topics which we have learned today. Cell, it is a structural and functional unit of a living organism. All the living organism is made up of these cells. cells is visible under only the microscope. Some organisms are made up of one cell that is called as unicellular. Next, coming to the points, that is part of the cell. Thin outer boundary, it is a cell membrane which acts as a protective layer. Spherical structure in the center, it is nucleus, which is the brain of the cell. Next, jelly-like substance, it is cytoplasm which connects the nucleus and cell membrane. Next, nutrition. The mode of taking food by an organism and it's get utilized by the body. This process is called nutrition. Nutrients, it is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. So plants also require food. In plants we have two mode of nutrition. First it is autotrophs and second it is heterotrophs. Auto means self and trophs it is nourishment. Autotrophs, the plants have to prepare their own food. They have the capacity to prepare their own food. In heterotrophs, hetero means others and troph it is nourishment. They have to depend on other organisms for their food. Now, autotrophs, green plants will come under this category. Photosynthesis. By the process of photosynthesis, all the green plants have the capacity to prepare their own food. Photo means light and synthesis is to combine. So all the raw materials are get combined in the presence of light and food is get prepared there. This process is called photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis will be cleared in the next topic. Thank you, students.